it feels like you have found a comfort in both yourself and as a player and with the Bears. That's our view from the outside? Is that an accurate read on the situation?
Yeah, it is. I'm starting to feel more like basically understanding how to be a pro. It's my third year. First year it didn't go as expected, missed most of the time. Second year was basically like another rookie year for me. Now I'm understanding what I need to do with my body and what I needed to get better. So I'm just really understanding how to get better myself.
So, yeah, you talked about, Teven, just trying to play more free, so what does that mean? Like not thinking about technique or not thinking about stuff, like just trusting yourself? What does it mean to play more free?
Yeah, it's basically like, you do your technique all through the week, and to be able to not stress about it like at game day, because you need to trust yourself and just let it be and let it fly. And then also, just being able to be honed in on like all the minute details about the playbook and the defense you're going against, who you're going against, and just being out there and have that down packed before Saturday, so that on Sunday you can just play free and have fun.
Yeah, it makes all the sense in the world, doesn't it? Like, just try to not think too much when you're actually doing it. It's the same for us. If we overthink it, all of a sudden we'll sound like idiots.
No. Yeah, that's when most problems happen. It's when you start overthinking, like anything in the world right now.
Don't laugh. Us media people, we're geniuses, okay?
I'll speak for myself.
Yeah, we're not idiots.
When I think
here.
too much,
yeah,
not Danny.
When did it click for you? Do you remember a game or a moment where you're like, oh yeah, I belong here?
I would say it was probably during a preseason, like the end of at Indianapolis Colts, when we were having those joint practices, and everything started clicking for me, like technique, the way I was playing. I mean, everything was going good, and then I had a setback with my calf injury, but
yeah,
that's when I first started noticing like differences in my game, and then when I came back, I was able to show that I was able to translate what I was doing in training camp and all preseason to the game.
That's interesting. So, like, did you have like a moment against DeForest Buckner or something?
No, he didn't practice during those practice days.
Oh, because like I saw you go up against Derek Brown against Carolina, and he had some wins, and you had some wins, and he's an absolute beast. Like, I just kind of wonder, like, are you at the point where it does not matter? Oh yeah, that's Vita Vea, that's Derek Brown, that's whomever, but you can match up and hold your own. Are you at that point yet where you feel like you can get the best of the best?
I'd say I'm almost there. It's all about mental stuff, mental battle with me. Not giving these guys the big name power over me. And just being able to play my game. And that's one part I'm still trying to hone in on. Like I said earlier, when you start overthinking, it's basically that ties in with overthinking. Like, he's so-and-so, so that's why he's so great. And now you're overthinking how you want to do your technique, and then now you're going to be less of a football player than you really are.
Teven Jenkins is with us on Parkins and Spiegel. The way that you talked about the pancake block that went viral from last week and the whole team watching it was just so awesome. We had so much fun with it, Teven. Like, do you remember when you realized, oh, I can just shove people around and move them places they do not want to be? Like, how old were you, or was it on a football field? When did you realize you were a very strong human being?
I think I started football when I was like 5, I think, around there. And then like probably around age 9, 10. Yeah, I was like one of the bigger kids. I was pushing people around a lot easier. I mean, it's like I'm over here like 4 inches taller than everybody, and probably weigh like 30 pounds more than everybody. So just being able to be athletic enough to run my feet and run to people and all that, and then be able to toss their ass on the ground and do that. So at that young age is where you start realizing, like, all right, I'm bigger, stronger than these other kids. What's the next challenge now? Because you want to keep on growing.
Yeah, I mean, hell yeah, toss them on their ass. Like, go ahead, get that done. So, but it's just interesting is that, like, all the way through into college, I remember you talking about it and Mike Gundy talking about it. Like, something had to click in college too about it. Like, what were the things that connected? You knew you were strong, but what else had to connect to turn you into this?
I say it's the mental aspect again. You know, I told you, like I said earlier, it's all about the overthinking part. You know, it's like when I get to college from high school, you know, I was in a middle like size city. You know, I'm going to Stillwater, Oklahoma, a big school. First time on my own, I have a lot of things to think about, and I'm over here thinking about everything else instead of football and getting into it like that. And then once I stopped worrying about everything else and I only focused on football, and then once I did that and focused on what I need to do, a lot of things started clicking for me. You know, it's just being able to play freely, like I was saying earlier.
How are you liking life in the big city?
Oh, I love it. Me and my family love it. Me and my wife. So I mean, we love it here. I mean, Chicago's treating us good, and we just love everybody around here.
When you were drafted, you were like, "You guys have skyscrapers around here, right?" It was like it was so innocent. Have you gone up in one yet?
Oh hell no! I ain't going up in one. I'm not going up in no damn. So I figured out I'm not afraid of heights. I'm just afraid of falling.
That checks out.
I'm not putting myself in a situation where I'm not going to do that.
Okay, but you know, there's walls and windows and stuff. They generally speaking don't let people fall out of the skyscrapers.
Nope, don't care. Nope. No, that's eliminated for me. That's eliminated.
How do you feel on the plane?
Oh, I'll be strapped up. I'll be having a tight seatbelt the whole time. Windows closed, everything. I'm not looking out.
Okay.
So, I mean, are you aware that in the Willis Tower, the biggest one, they have like these little rooms essentially with a glass floor where you can like walk out there and look down and just see exactly how high you are. Any interest in going in there, Teven?
Oh, I'm aware they have that. I have no interest in that at all. I've been offered many times. I am not going to take anybody up on that.
Got it. All right, so can we talk to you about your relationship with Mark Grote, our Bears beat reporter?
Oh, Mark.
Go.
All great things. He told me earlier, I'll say all great things.
He said to say great things. All right, because we wanted to ask you in particular, because you guys have had a few interesting interactions. Like, he asked you about the baked potato at Wendy's. That seemed like a ridiculous question to us. How did you feel like when he asked you about the baked potato?
Oh, I never even heard of that. I didn't even know it was a possibility. I didn't even know it was a thing.
Right. It was a bizarre follow-up question.
So Baconator, large strawberry lemonade, large fry. You get a 10-piece spicy nugget, and then for filling it, maybe a frosting.
Baked potato.
Like, what a ridiculous thing to ask.
Yeah, I never heard of anybody getting a baked potato at Wendy's before. You know, shout out to Mark with all that. You know, he put me on a baked potato at Wendy's, but you know, I don't think I'm gonna get it anytime soon. But.
Yeah, because you're not eating Wendy's these
you're
days,
eating healthy,
right? Exactly.
Oh,
hey, I'll try my best.
Good for you.
Hey,
don't we all
have a cheat day once in a while?
Yeah, don't we all, Teven? I feel you.
What's your cheat day these days? What does that look like?
Oh, you just heard it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's still the cheat day. Okay, my bad. Thought maybe, better restaurants in Chicago had upgraded. But all right, then wanted to play, because this was an old one with you and Grote, and we still make fun of him to this day with how he ended this interview.
Well, give your fiance a big hug and take good care of her. And I really appreciate your time, man. Thank you so much, man. Let's do it again soon, okay?
Yes, sir. I really appreciate you.
Did Mark Grote need to remind you to give your fiance a hug?
Or did you hug her for Mark Grote? That's what we've been trying to figure out ever since.
Hey, come on now. Yeah, he's trying to help me out. He's trying to help me in that part. I'm giving Mark all the doubt right there. Hey, I understand. I believe him. And I love that he reminded me. Hey, everybody needs that reminder.
That's good. Yeah, you got to express love, right? Affection. That's good. And now she's your wife, so it worked. Maybe Mark Grote's advice helped in that
good
way.
Point.
Hey, guys, I'm telling you. You might be onto something.
Mark Grote has wisdom.
Love advice.
All right. Back to an X's no boring football question. Going left to right when Nate Davis comes back, is it no thing for you to go back to left guard? Would you want to stay at right guard? You and Darnell Wright next to each other. How do you envision this whole thing going down?
It's no problem for me at all, especially since all training camp I was doing left. It was more easier for me going left to right than right to left because I was out of I haven't done that in a while, and since I did it all summer, my body's very used to doing the left side instead of being foreign. So I mean, it's going to be a comfortable thing when I go back there. So
Well, that said, and we'll see what happens, you and Darnell with Mercedes Lewis have found something on that right side. What is it like playing next to Darnell, who is a very physical guy as well? It seems like the two of you are making each other better when you're playing there together.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I have, like, all the adjectives in the world to say about Darnell, how great of a run blocker he is, how great of a dude he is. You know, he's a tough-nosed dude that's very athletic, and, I mean, the things you can see that he does on film is just basically just ridiculous how he does it. But just being able to play next to him, you know, and rip all these outside zones with him, inside zones, you know, just being able to move people from A to B, you know, it's been a great feeling, man. I mean, like, just being able to play with him has just been great.
And an offensive line functions better when you guys have chemistry and kind of know how each other's going to move, right? It's like you got to know exactly what each other's going to do.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah. But, you know, at the same time, you know, during practice, they always did the rotation thing just to make sure we're always getting fits with other guys, you know, different drills with other guys as well. So you can be more comfortable if anything, like knock on wood, if anything ever went south or something happened.
Top 3 texts that we've got to the show all within the last minute. This is by far my favorite Bears player. I love Teven. Holy crap, Teven is a great interview. So we clearly have to have you on more, but I want to play one more clip for you. This is how you were described by your college coach, Mike Gundy. Teven.
If you didn't see him, if you just saw a mugshot of him, he looks like he's going to engineering class. He's had pretty much the same girlfriend for 3 or 4 years. And he's just real low key.
So what does he mean here?
Engineering.
What's going on there, Teven?
Hey, now, if y'all ever seen a picture of, of my baby face in college or even in high school, you know exactly what he's been talking about. Right now I'm trying to grow out my beard. It's not going too good, but I'm still trying. But,
I know that life.
But what's wrong with engineering class? Like, you can't be tough if you go to engineering class?
Hey, now, I'm not going to touch that. Y'all got it. Hang on.
Teven, this has been a lot of fun, man. Please don't be a stranger to the show. We hope to have you on again. Thank you for making the time for us.
I appreciate you guys for having me.
Hey, Teven, we're loving watching you, man. Keep moving people from point A to point B.
That's really fun, man.
Damn, he's good.
Teven Jenkins. So Grote tipped him off. So say only good things. It's tampering with the jury pool. He's tampering with the witness.
He took the Mark Grote suggestion of hugging his girlfriend.
And now they're married.
So he didn't at all take it as Mark wanting to hug his girlfriend. Mark was just advising him, you know, make sure you hug your girlfriend. Well, you know what? Thank you.
It's a good idea.
Thank you very much.
That's a good idea. He said when I move back to left tackle.
Yeah.
Or left guard.
That's it. Because Eberflus said today that I thought Eberflus left it kind of open today with his comments about Teven staying there.
I mean, a coach not tipping his hand versus a guy. And like, listen, I'm not trying to like catch him in a semantical thing, but just he said when I go back. I think it makes sense. They gave Nate Davis $19 million. They had success running the ball when he was there too. You know, so he's only played right guard. Teven's shown an ability to be versatile. He worked at it all offseason. He says it's no thing.
Yeah.
I think Teven Jenkins is going back to left guard, and Nate Davis is going to be your right guard.